And while we're at it, let's get something else straight about this Make-A-Wish donation. It wasn't a donation, okay? That was a tax write-off. Gypsy Rose has never had to file taxes in her entire life until last year for the money she made when she got out of prison in 2023. She got out in December. So she found herself having to file taxes for the first time in her adult life last year. And she realized too, with the amount of money she made, she might have had to probably pay in. That amount was specific for a reason. There's an amount that you go over no matter what state you live in for donations that, you know, where you don't have to pay in. And it's used as a, you know, kind of like a wash with the IRS. It's hard to explain. I personally have been filing and doing people's taxes since I was a late teenager. Our dad sat us down and taught us all how to do taxes, thankfully, before he passed. That she's full of shit, and then saying I'm the one still making amends for the sins of my mother. That's harsh, and I'm not even going to comment on that, because that's another one. When it's our time to go up there and we have to get on our knees and every little, look, I have a list too. We all do. But saying things like I'm making amends for the sins of my mother, when that's a tax write-off, it was for your benefit on the first time you've ever filed taxes in your life, and you got all these people thinking that you're doing good in your mother's name, but the little snippety comment is what did it for me. Gypsy, I'm glad you blocked me, honey. I'm glad you blocked me, because they send me so much shit about you, because everybody's getting on to you. That's why I think you blocked me. But stop lying about what you did with the IRS. Anybody can Google this with the IRS, period, point blank. If I do somebody's taxes, my neighbor, Nancy, I just did her taxes. If I do her taxes and work it up and say, okay, this is what you owe, blah, 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 and she says, oh shit, I forgot a donation, and we stick it in and it reverses things and go back to it later, you get my drift? That has happened before. But now, see, she won't qualify for the earned income credit, so I don't know anything about what she's doing for last year's taxes, this year's, don't care. But I just want to say that Make-A-Wish is all bullshit. And she saw people's comments too. That's why she chose that place to donate. That's why she chose that place of donation. Because if I was going to do that and make amends, allegedly for what she's saying that her mother has all done, which she hasn't. We know you haven't, Dee Dee, rest in peace. If that was the case, you think that I would be showing you guys my little $4,200 donation when I'm worth $3 million? She thinks she's going to try to prove a point and manipulate this whole world like she did on Facebook in, you know, 2014, 2013, 2015. But she doesn't realize we've been out here on these streets while she's been in those prison streets. You're not smarter than us, Gypsy. And I'm not a certified tax accountant, but I've been doing taxes privately, make people sign a paper saying, hey, and it's backed through the software that we use online, the H&R Block, the Jackson Hewitt. Never had anybody's taxes come back that I worked with for 20, 30 years. So you can put that donation garbage, and all you guys that want to believe it, stick it where the sun don't shine, okay? And lastly, like I said, this is the part I can't get over. Who makes a donation and then slaps that ugly little banner up with it? Who does that? Who does that? Well, you got your answer.